devil had a name. Not the devil of ancient texts, but something far more unsettling. A monster wearing human skin, wandering through our world with a smile. In the realm of fiction, few characters blur the line between nightmare and reality quite like Johan Liebert. He doesn't announce himself with horns or flames. He simply exists, and that existence alone is enough to unravel everything around him. This is the story of a nameless monster who found the perfect name, and why that should terrify you. In 1986, East Germany, a brilliant Japanese neurosurgeon named Kenzo Tenma is living the dream at Eisler Memorial Hospital in Dusseldorf. Dude's got everything lined up, engaged to the hospital director's daughter, next in line to become chief of surgery, saving lives left and right. He's what you'd call a genuine good guy, in a world that doesn't have many of those. But Tenma's got a problem. See, the hospital's got this messed up policy where they prioritize VIPs over regular folks. Opera singers get treatment before working class fathers. Politicians jump the line while kids wait to die. And Tenma, he's starting to realize he's just a tool in this corrupt system. Then one night, everything changes. A young boy shows up at the hospital with a bullet in his head. His name is Johan Liebert. His twin sister Anna is there too. Traumatized, covered in blood. Their parents were murdered right in front of them. This kid is basically dead on arrival. No way he's making it through the night, right? Wrong. Because Dr. Tenma makes a choice. When the hospital director orders him to abandon Johan and operate on the mayor instead, Tenma says, "Screw that," and operates on the kid anyway. He spends hours in surgery, pulling off what can only be described as a medical miracle. Johan lives. The mayor? He dies. And Tenma's perfect life? It goes up in flames. His engagement's called off, his promotion disappears, his career is basically tanked. But hey, at least he saved a kid's life, right? At least he did the right thing. That's what he tells himself. That's the lie that lets him sleep at night. A few days after the surgery, something weird happens. The hospital director and the other doctors who screwed over Tenma, they start turning up dead, poisoned. And just like that, all of Tenma's problems vanish. He gets his promotion, he becomes chief of surgery, his career is back on track. It's like the universe decided to reward him for doing the right thing. Except there's one tiny problem. Johan and his sister have disappeared from the hospital, gone without a trace. No records, no forwarding address, nothing. Just gone. Tenma's not stupid. He's got this nagging feeling in his gut that something's wrong. But what's he gonna do? He's got no proof. And honestly, part of him doesn't want to know. So he buries it. He focuses on his work. He helps people. He tries to forget about the blonde kid with the bullet wound. 9 years pass. And in that time, Tenma becomes exactly what he always wanted, to be a surgeon who saves lives without discrimination, a good man in a complicated world. He's moved on, or so he thinks. Because one night, Tenma finds himself standing over a patient, a serial killer he just saved. And as he's looking at this man, questioning whether he did the right thing, saving someone who's hurt so many people, he hears a voice behind him, a calm, gentle voice that says something like, "You were right, Dr. Tenma. All lives are equal." He turns around, and there he is, Johan Liebert, all grown up, blonde hair, otherworldly presence, and that smile. Terrifying, empty smile. And Johan says the words that will haunt Tenma for the rest of his life. "You saved my life back then. So, I thought I'd return the favor and help you by getting rid of all those people who were standing in your way." In that moment, Tenma realizes the truth. He didn't save a life 9 years ago. He unleashed a monster. So what makes Johan a nihilist? What turned this kid into something so terrifyingly empty? To understand that, we gotta go back. Way back. To a place called Kinderheim, 511, basically an East German orphanage that was secretly running psychological experiments on kids. We're talking Cold War-era human experimentation, trying to create the perfect soldiers, the perfect agents, the perfect weapons. Johan and Anna were part of something even worse, a eugenics program designed to create the perfect human. But here's the twisted part. Their mother was forced to give up one of her twins to this program. She chose Johan. She literally pointed at him and said, "Take that one." Think about that for a second. Your own mother choosing to sacrifice you. What does that do to a kid? What does that do to your sense of self? Your sense of worth? Your understanding of existence itself? At Kinderheim 511, Johan was subjected to psychological torture designed to strip away his identity, his empathy, his humanity. They wanted to create a blank slate, an emotionless operative, and they succeeded beyond their wildest nightmares. But Johan didn't become a soldier. He became something else entirely. He became a void, a walking, talking absence of meaning. See, most villains have a goal. They want power, or revenge, or recognition. Johan wants nothing, literally nothing. His entire philosophy can be summed up in one sentence. The only thing all humans are equal in is death. He doesn't see himself as evil. He doesn't see himself as good. He doesn't see himself as anything at all. Johan is a nameless monster who learned that names, identities, and lives are all equally meaningless. And if nothing matters, then what's the harm in ending everything? After that hospital reunion, Tenma's life becomes a living nightmare. Because Johan doesn't just kill people, he destroys them psychologically, socially, existentially. He can walk into a peaceful town and turn it into a bloodbath without ever pulling a trigger himself. He whispers in people's ears, exploits their weaknesses, and watches them tear each other apart. And the worst part? He frames Tenma for his murders. Suddenly, this brilliant surgeon is wanted for serial killings across Germany. The police are hunting him. His colleagues think he's insane. His entire life is gone. And why? Because Johan decided it would be interesting. Because Johan wants Tenma to understand what it's like to be him, a nameless monster running from his past. But here's where it gets really messed up. Johan's end goal isn't just to ruin Tenma's life. His end goal is to erase his own existence completely. He wants to kill everyone who knows he exists, destroy every record of his existence, and then die as the last person who remembers Johan Liebert. He wants to become the perfect suicide, a person who never existed in the first place. Think about that level of nihilism. Most suicidal people want to escape pain. Johan wants to retroactively erase himself from history to prove that his life never meant anything to begin with. And Tenma? Tenma's stuck in this nightmare because he saved Johan's life. Every person Johan kills, every family he destroys, every community he tears apart that's on Tenma's conscience, that's the weight he carries. So Tenma makes a decision. He's gonna find Johan, and he's gonna kill him. The man who dedicated his life to saving everyone now has to become a killer to save everyone from the monster he created. The hunter becomes the hunted, the doctor becomes the executioner, and the question becomes, can a good man commit murder and still be good? As Tenma chases Johan across Europe, something fascinating happens. He starts to understand him. Not sympathize, understand. Johan wasn't born a monster. He was made into one. The experiments, the trauma, the rejection by his mother, all of it stripped away his humanity piece by piece until there was nothing left but this empty, smiling void. And here's the kicker. Johan's not entirely wrong about the world. The story shows us corrupt politicians, abusive families, greedy corporations, and systemic injustice everywhere. Johan's nihilism is a response to a world that genuinely seems meaningless and cruel. But Tenma represents the opposite philosophy, Yeah, the world is messed up. People do terrible things. Maybe in the grand cosmic sense, none of this matters. But we're here anyway, so we might as well try to help each other. We might as well choose to believe that lives have value, even if we can't prove it objectively. Johan asks, if all humans are equal in death, then what's the point of life? Tenma answers, we give it a point. We choose to give it meaning. Their final confrontation isn't just a physical battle, it's a philosophical one. It's optimistic humanism versus absolute nihilism. It's the belief that we can choose to be good versus the belief that good and evil are meaningless constructs. And when Tenma finally gets his shot, when he has Johan in his sights, when he could finally end this nightmare, he makes the same choice he made 9 years ago. He saves him. Even knowing everything Johan's done, even understanding what Johan represents, Tenma can't bring himself to kill. Because if he becomes a murderer, if he crosses that line, then Johan wins. The monster wins. So Tenma operates on Johan one more time. He pulls him back from death's door again. And he proves, maybe just to himself, that even in a meaningless universe, we can choose compassion. So, what's the lesson here? What are we supposed to take away from the story of Dr. Tenma and Johan Liebert? Maybe it's this. Johan is terrifying not because he's unrealistic, but because he represents a very real philosophical position. Nihilism exists. The belief that nothing matters, that life is meaningless, that we're all just atoms bouncing around until we stop. That's a genuine philosophical stance that people hold. And in some ways, nihilism is irrefutable. You can't objectively prove that life has meaning. You can't scientifically demonstrate that good and evil exist. From a purely logical standpoint, Johan might be right, but Tenma shows us that being right doesn't make you wise. Being logical doesn't make you humane. Sometimes, the most rational choice is to choose irrationality, to believe in meaning even when you can't prove it, to value life even when you can't justify it, to be good even when there's no cosmic reward for goodness. Johan Liebert is the monster who found the perfect name, but in finding that name, in claiming an identity, he inadvertently proved himself wrong, because if he truly believed nothing mattered, he wouldn't care about erasing his existence. The fact that he's obsessed with becoming nothing proves that, on some level, he believes he's something. And that's what makes him so tragic. Johan is a monster who is created by trauma, molded by evil, and trapped by his own philosophy. He's a cautionary tale about what happens when we let nihilism consume us completely. But Tenma? Tenma's the reminder that even in our darkest moments, even when faced with perfect evil, we can still choose compassion. We can still choose to save lives. We can still choose to believe that this whole messy, complicated, painful existence means something. Because at the end of the day, we're all just monsters looking for names. The question is, what name will you choose?